Hello. This video is about setting up for the Atlas ZPath Masterclass if you are using the downloadable version. That is to say, Hypatia as a downloadable program and also downloading your data. So let's go ahead and start that process. See what it is. We're at the International Masterclasses website here, but what we're actually going to do now is I'm just going to paste in the URL for the for Hypatia, for the event display. When you do that, you just hit enter, and as you can see down here, it downloads it automatically. It's a fairly quick download. It's just about done already. And so we'll just wait another second or two, and we should have it ready to go. Once it's ready to go, as it is right now, we don't use open file. Instead, we go to the three dots, or whatever is the equivalent in your browser, so that you can show in folder. The reason for that is that this is a zip file, and the first thing we need to do is unzip it. So to unzip or uncompress Hypatia, what we do is, there are various ways to do that. I just have the extract all tool. Some people have other tools as well. And so we get this window, which gives us the file to extract it to, and we extract all files. So we are unzipping that file now. And there it is. This is exactly what we want. Now, the other thing we want, actually, is a data set to work from. Hypatia works when you have a data set. So let's do that. I have a place here to get data. Again, you may want to stop and take down this URL. I expect your masterclass leaders will give you these URLs, but here it is. Now, there are many directories full of data. This is directory 6, but if I wanted to go to directory 11, say, I would just replace 06 with 11, and now I'm in directory 11. And since for our purposes it doesn't matter which data we use, I'll just pick something from here. So let's go to group M. Each group has 50 events in it. So I'm going to download that now. And that is, as you can see, also downloading pretty quickly. This is also a zip file, but critically, you should not uncompress this. You should not unzip this file. Instead, go ahead, show it in the folder, and just take that and put it in the unzipped masterclass directory. Like so. So now it's, as you can see, your data should be, there it is. Your data is right here. And your program to start the masterclass is right here. It's an executable jar file. Jar is for Java runtime. So that is also critical. You need to have Java running in your computer in order for Hypatia to work. If you don't have it, you need to search Java runtime environment in your browser and then do the appropriate things you need to do to download and install that. But assuming Java is running, what you can now do is open the masterclass like so, and it's actually opening it's already opened. It's just in a different window, and so we're moving over there. So now you can see Hypatia in all its glory. There are 4 windows in Hypatia. One of those is this one, the canvas window, which shows the views of the Atlas detector as computer graphics. So there is one view here, which is you can think of it as the XY view. if you think of the beamline of the Large Hadron Collider as the z-axis, then the XY view is at right angles to, or transverse to, the beamline. And so the beamline goes right here in the center and goes in and out of the page. This is the side view. Again, if this is the z-axis, then this is actually the YZ view. And so here the protons come in one way, they come in the other way, and the collisions are right in the middle. So these are just two different views of the same event. This is also a Lego plot, which we'll get to a little bit later. It's hard to do much with this without looking at data. So I would suggest right now we go ahead and we will go to this little icon, which is an old-fashioned floppy disk icon, but it's for downloading or for loading data into Hypatia. But before we do that, let's remind ourselves of these other windows. So this is the track momenta window. This is where we control most of what we do. And then the control window, which has limited but very important use. And it's right here, there is also the invariant mass window. And that will allow us to actually look at the results of analyzing events. So I'll keep that small for now so we can see the other windows better. So let's go ahead and load data, as I promised before. You can see a place where I have lots of data from someplace else, but let's go ahead and go to downloads, which is where we kept this version of Hypatia. And let's go to our Hypatia directory. And there's group M as the one we downloaded. We don't unzip it, but now we choose it, and that data is now loaded into the event display Hypatia. And so there are a few things we can do with this. With this event in particular, we don't have a whole lot of background, but if you went maybe to the next event, you would see there's quite a bit of background. All of this stuff that we normally don't, it's low energy stuff, and it's sort of in the way. So what we do is we go to the control window, and this is where the control window is critical, and we go to the tab called Cuts, and we change that 1.0 GeV to say 10 GeV, and a bunch of those are now gone. So that's one of the things you need to do right away, is just make that cut. It could be 8 GeV, it could be 12 GeV, but somewhere in that region. And occasionally you'll actually may want to adjust it. Okay, so that's pretty much how you get it all set up to go. The other thing you should note is that we're in the zoom view right now. You can see this little magnifying glass here as on where the cursor would be. So we can actually use that to zoom in and zoom out. That is particularly helpful in the side view, because what I can do is zoom in and see, for example, if these two tracks come from the same vertex, and actually they do. You can see they're coming from the same place. And each of these, by the way, are different vertices for different different things that come out of the collision. All that low energy stuff also has vertices. So actually, if I go to cuts and I change that back to 1 GeV, you can see they're all coming out of there. But in this case, when we take that away, we only have to look at things that are actually there for us to look at. Okay, so that's enough for now. We have gone through the setup for Hypatia, and next we'll be actually using Hypatia download version. Thank you.